So today we received a massive info dump on the brand new GT Online DLC called the Los Santos Tuners. And in this video I'm going to be breaking everything down from the trailer to the long newswire to the screenshots. There's a lot to go over today, so let's get started. How I'm going to do this is I'm first going to be looking at the newswire with the car names and the screenshots of the cars so that when I reference them in the trailer and in the subsequent screenshots, it makes sense. Let's start off with the release date though. The release date is July 20th, which is next Tuesday, like we all predicted pretty much. There are going to be 17 vehicles in this update and 10 will be available on day 1, which means 7 will be drip fed to us over time. They gave us the names of 10 of the cars in the newswire, so I assume those are the ones that we'll be getting on day 1. The first car is the one we already knew about, the Karen Salico GTF, with an almost identical view to what we saw before. Next is the Karen Futo GTX, which is based off of the Toyota AE86, I believe. This is the Anis Euros. A lot of people were saying this is basically the stock unarmored version of the ZR380, but it's actually going by a different name, so I don't think it's going to be exactly the same. And this one looks to be based off of the Nissan 350Z, and it just looks amazing. This is the Vapid Dominator GTT, another addition to the Dominator family, based off of the 69 Mustang. The Anis ZR350, I just knew they had to bring in this car. You can't have a car update without the Mazda RX-7, and it's finally making its way into the game. I cannot wait. The Dinka RT3000, which is very clearly based off of the Honda S2000, even the name is just a parody of it. The Volcar Warner HKR looks really good. I'm not exactly sure what it's based off of in real life. Someone could probably help out with that in the comments, but man, this car looks really good. Then we have the Obey Tailgater S, which to me looks like a 4-door version of the Obey 8F Drafter. The back looks very similar to it, but I'm sure there's some differences. Then we have the Dinka Jester RR, aka the modern day Supra. And I think we may have another Sugoi situation because it looks so close to its real life counterpart. And lastly, we have the Anis Remis, which I think is somewhat based off of the Nissan Silvia. So those are all the 10 cars that we know the name of. Jumping into the trailer now, and for the trailer, I'm only showing screenshots that I took from the trailer to avoid getting that copyright claim by Take-Two. As much as I would love to play the trailer for you guys in full and break it down, I just get slammed. The first screenshot here, what stands out to me is the white car in the back. This is the back of the Anis Euros. There are some other new cars in this screenshot too, but they aren't as obvious and it's much harder to make out the details on them, especially in the darkness. Next we see 2 cars, a green and a gray one. The green one is the new Jester RR or the Supra, and the gray one is the Remis it looks like. And they are of course outside the car meet area with no Mark II griefers in sight surprisingly. The guy in the picture also looks like he's wearing a brand new shirt. This purple flame car in the front is the Dinka RT3000, and we also see the first look at the inside of the car meet area. It almost reminds me of the bunker interior in a way, probably because of like the pillars and stuff. The lighting still looks a bit dark in here in my opinion in this screenshot. In this picture, we can see the back of the Jester RR, a nice view of the ZR350, and the front of the Obey Tailgater S, I assume. For context, they are doing some drifting, but you can't really tell from the still image. Here's another picture of the inside of the place, and it looks like there's some sort of test track for the cars where people are watching. The white car to the right is the new Karen Salico, but to the far left, we see a yellow car which looks to be new, but wasn't mentioned in the 10 cars I went over in the newswire, but we will see it again later in this video. It almost looks like a Porsche. The back of it looks very similar to like a Porsche. This picture shows not 1 but 2 Dominators coming. The green one is the Dominator GTT, and the red one is unnamed and not mentioned in the newswire, which means it's probably drip feed. The Anis Remis is loaded onto the back of a slam truck in a wild turn of events. The question is, will we actually be able to carry cars on the back of it, and will it not be useless after this update? I highly doubt it. This is probably one of those pictures that's just for show, but it would be nice. This is a front image of that red Mustang car that we just saw. It looks like it's an early 2000s Mustang Cobra. Here's a Futo GTX with a livery in this pic. This car I don't think is new. I'm pretty sure that's a Flash GT, but the rims on it look brand new. They have like a yellow outline to them, and I've never seen them in the game right now, so new rims are a possibility. And the final screenshot from the trailer shows a few cars. The one on the far right, just peeking through, I believe is the Jester RR. The one in the main focus is the Obey Tailgater S. The white car in the back is the Anis Euros, I believe. And the other ones, I can't really tell what they are. And now we have the entire newswire to go through here. And since there is a lot, I'm going to try to paraphrase as much as possible. Otherwise, this video is going to be like a half hour long. So this update introduces the LS Car Meet, a giant social space where we can mingle with fellow car fans to race, show off vehicles, and meet contacts looking for good drivers for some easy cash. To get started, you'll have to visit a warehouse in Suppressed Flats, and they have a strict good vibes only policy, making it a great place to skip the attention of the law and any small-time chumps looking to terrorize the citizens of Greater Los Santos. And I think we all know what they're talking about when they say that. Then we see this beautiful picture of the Jester RR looking fine as ever. To start, you will unlock a new reputation progression with new benefits after each level. We'll get access to the test track where we can drive, drift, and race vehicles freely without interference from the law or orb spammers. Sorry, I just had to add in that last part. We will also be able to sample new test rides there. If you drop $50,000, you can become a member and get access to the ability to compete in prize ride challenges to win a special prize ride, along with access to the merch shop, the tattoo shop, and modding area. Higher level members can create a private takeover with customizable lighting and banner colors to decorate the car meet space to their tastes. So we're getting a brand new ranking system where we get unlocks with each rank. Sounds a lot like Arena War. I just hope they learn their lesson for Arena War because ranking up in that mode is such a slog. The private takeover sounds like what is essentially going to be the new property of this DLC, if you could see my air quotes, just kind of your own custom area to invite your friends for a car show, but apparently it's only going to be available to higher level members, so you have to rank up to get that. There's going to be some new races and race types. On the test track, you can challenge people to competitions like head-to-head, where speed and precision will give you the necessary advantage to win in a short format race. This sounds a lot like drag racing, even though it's probably not. Scramble is a race type where up to 4 players race to collect 20 checkpoints. Time trials allow you to try to get your best time around the track, and you can go to your own private test track to do these if you want to. Otherwise, 30 players will share the exact same one with contact disabled. And outside of the test track, there's going to be a new race series for members, the Street Race series and the Pursuit series. The Street Race series are basically new street races, and the Pursuit series are kind of like unordered races in Midnight Club. There's multiple checkpoints around an area, and you can choose the best routes to get there, and you'll be competing against the LSPD2, hence the name Pursuit series. And then there's sprint races, which are a point-to-point challenge in free mode that you can do with 4 players, and the keyword there is in free mode. So finally, they're listening to my idea of bringing racing into free mode aside from impromptu races. This looks like a screenshot from one of those pursuit races. The Obey Tailgater S is front and center here, but to the left, that looks like a BMW, and not just any BMW, it's a BMW with the Most Wanted livery on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look exactly like the one from Need for Speed. I don't think it's based off of the M3, but it's still nice to see in the game, and I'm totally going to be rocking that livery, by the way. The cop car in the background here, it almost looks like it's unmarked. It could just be the lighting though, but to me, it looks like it's all black with no markings on it at all. Then again, it also looks like it has a light bar, so I don't think an unmarked cop car would have a light bar on it. Kind of defeats the purpose, so it's probably just a regular cop car. This is another picture of the new Dominator GTT, and here we see another image from the Pursuit race. I'm pretty sure the car with the pink headlights is the new Dinka car, and I'm not really sure what the car on the left is though. That's probably one of the other drip feed cars. Here's another look at the inside of the Carmen area with lots of people hanging out, and in this picture the lighting looks a lot better than the earlier image I showed. It looks a lot brighter here. Some more information about reputation. Earning rep gets you an assortment of rewards to elevate your status in the scene. These include unlocking access to fashionable gear, car customization options like new wheels and liveries, so new wheels are confirmed then, trade prices, access to race modes, and the ability to hold your own car meet. So it pretty much sounds like everything is going to be based off of this new ranking system. I just hope it's not like the Arena War where we need other players to level up and that it's not extremely slow. This is a good image of not only the ZR350 that we see here, but also the yellow Porsche style car that we saw earlier, and that is 100% a Porsche with that front. We also see the BMW car again with another livery on it, so those two cars in the back are probably going to be drip feed. Some very interesting information we got at the end of the Newswire. When GT Online launches on the PS5 and Xbox Series X later this year, select vehicles will be upgradable with all new speed improvements and more, and they will only be available on the next-gen versions of the game. So vehicles might be able to go a bit faster because the next-gen hardware allows them to do that. And this just makes me even more excited to see what other improvements and changes they have in store for these next-gen versions. Hopefully we get a trailer in the next month or so because it is getting really close to the launch. We're only like 4 months away now. Getting close to the end now, playing GT Online anytime from now until the launch of the update will earn you the Los Santos Customs tee. Playing an impromptu race will get you the Los Santos Tour jacket, and selling a vehicle at Los Santos Customs will get you the Los Santos Customs coveralls. So you have until now and next Tuesday to do all 3 of those activities, which are not very hard at all. And at the very end, they say stay tuned for more information next week, specifically a look at contracts for new robberies where you put your driving skills to the test alongside a familiar face from the music locker, which, if you watch the trailer, it's Moody Man. So that was a lot of information I just went over. My takeaway so far, the cars look really nice. Probably some of the best cars that we've gotten in the past like 2 years, I would say. Hopefully they are all competitive with each other and competitive in their respective classes. The test track sounds freaking amazing. I can't wait to play around with that. However, I'm just a little worried about how the ranking system is going to work, and nothing was really mentioned about a new property or anything to buy, so I hope that just means we're going to be able to buy another garage to store cars in, because I'm really running out of room here. I'm excited for the update though. I'm also keen to see what kind of changes they're going to make in terms of quality of life. But let me know what you guys think about this update in the comment section. Are you hyped or are you not? If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more content on this DLC. Huge thank you to all my channel members for your support. If you'd like to become a member for some exclusive perks, you can either use the join button or the link that's down in the description. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.